Today we're talking about choosing peace. And I don't mean the Pinterest type version of peace. I mean the kind where you're sitting in your car, hands shaking, heart racing, thinking, why does my life feel like it's always falling apart? The kind of peace that feels impossible when you're overwhelmed, stretched thin, waking up already tired, carrying memories you never asked for, and trying to rebuild your life while everyone else seems to have theirs together. If you've ever said, I just want peace, but you don't even know what that would look like for you anymore, this episode is for you. If you're tired of feeling isolated and emotionally drained and just want peace, confidence, and healing, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Rochelle, wife, mom, and your faith-filled recovery sister. I've walked through addiction and heartbreak, but found strength and stability through a relationship with Jesus. If you're ready for real hope, renewed thoughts, and a life that finally feels balanced, grab your coffee, girl, and let's do this together. Hey, friend, before we get into it, I just want to invite you to come join us at our Faith and Healing for Single Moms in Recovery Facebook group. It's the place where you don't have to hide the messy parts. We look forward to seeing you there. So, let me ask you something real. Have you ever noticed that calm makes you more anxious than chaos? Strange, right? Like the moment life gets quiet, you feel it. That heaviness in your chest, that waiting for something to go wrong. Some of us don't know how to sit in peace because peace feels foreign. Peace feels unsafe. And it feels like the part right before the rug gets pulled out from under you. And when you've lived through enough heartbreak, addiction, losing people, trying to survive with no one to help, your mind learns chaos, and it's like a love language. So when peace finally shows up, you don't trust it. I want to be honest with you. There was a time when peace actually scared me. I remember mornings where the house was quiet, coffee was in hand, sun coming through the window, and instead of enjoying it, my stomach would drop. It would be like, something is wrong. Oh my gosh, it's too calm. What am I missing? It's all about to fall apart. Yeah, I know, it's just me that's had that. I had lived in chaos for so long. I didn't know how to rest without feeling guilty or scared. Peace didn't feel peaceful at all. It felt like waiting for impact. And I hated it, not gonna lie. I hated that my body didn't feel safe, even in the moments that were actually safe. I also hated that I prayed for peace but didn't know what to do with it when it showed up. I hated that I kept reaching out for that fear instead of trust. But what I eventually learned, and honestly, I'm really still learning this, is that peace isn't something that magically appears. It's retraining your mind to believe that calm is allowed, and it's okay. It's safe. And you don't have to live in survival forever. That's where the whole mind renewal can start. So, the truth of it is, most people never say, hey, your mind gets addicted to whatever you survived, because chaos becomes familiar, stress becomes normal, overthinking becomes automatic. You start expecting the worst because that's how you kept yourself safe for years. So when God finally leads you into a season of stillness, your mind freaks out. It tries to drag you back into old patterns because chaos, after all, feels like home. But peace can be a new home you never lived in. In Romans 12:2 it says, let God transform you by changing the way you think. And let's say, girl, that transformation is messy. It's emotional, uncomfortable, and it feels like your brain is fighting you. Because let's face it, it is. It's a little chaotic. Because peace isn't the absence of problems. Peace is the ability to breathe without waiting for the disaster. And the ability has to be learned. And be peaceful and just don't push it. So you might say, how do you actually choose peace? Kind of like the real way, but not the pretty way, because really nothing is that way. First, you got to start noticing when your mind spirals, because you can't choose peace if you don't even hear the chaos in your own head. Maybe this sounds familiar to you. It could be like, what if this falls apart? What if they leave? What if I mess up? What if I can't handle this? Why do I feel like crying for no reason? That's not truth. That's your nervous system protecting you the only way it knows how. So, secondly, you have to interrupt the chaos gently. Not with perfection, not with just a Bible study or a verse, not with pretending you're okay, especially not that. Sometimes choosing peace looks like closing your eyes, taking that one deep breath, placing your hand on your chest, and simply whispering, God, I need you right now. And that can be enough. That's just the start of rewiring and renewing your mind. And then stop letting everyone else dictate your peace. This one hits hard for me, especially being a people pleaser. Some people love the chaos. Some people thrive off dragging you into their storms. Some feel like peace until you realize you're being drained again and again. And choosing peace can mean just as simple as not answering every phone call, not fixing everything, not carrying everyone's burdens, not letting someone else's emotions become your emergency, like you're the fix-all. That is healing, and the way your mind can renew. And then there's let the quiet become safe again. This part is the emotional. When life gets calm, sit in it. And I know it's going to feel weird because your body's going to react and it's going to shake and it's not going to feel pleasant. Even because in your mind will panic. Even if you want to run, just tell yourself, it's okay to rest. It's okay to breathe. This moment is safe. Your nervous system needs to hear that over and over and over. And give yourself grace for this. And then you have to replace the old lies with new truth. Because peace grows when lies die. You know, the lies like, I don't deserve peace. It never lasts. I mess everything up. I'm better in chaos. I can't do calm. Do any of those ring a bell? Because they do for me, that's for sure. And you can replace them with simple things as, I'm safe right now. God goes before me. Peace is meant for me. I'm allowed to step out of survival. And it's okay, ladies. You can do it. And calm is not a threat. That's how peace can begin to feel natural. Because I can only speak for myself, it does happen. You'll eventually get over the awkwardness of the chaos all the time. And choosing peace, let's say, it definitely isn't easy. Not for women who had to fight through life alone. Especially not for women who had to be strong when they were falling apart. Not for women who lived in chaos because that's all they ever knew. But choosing peace is possible, even though it's messy, emotional, and slow. But you know what? It is possible. And every time you breathe instead of spiral, every time you step back instead of react, every time you pray instead of panic, every time you let God interrupt the fear in your mind, just know you're rewiring your entire life and don't give up. Peace is not a moment. Peace is a muscle. And girl, just know you're getting stronger every day. So I just want to end with saying I'm proud of you and thanks for showing up. And I'm also happy to be walking this journey with you. So until next week, take care of yourself and we'll talk soon. Hey Mama, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, would you take 30 seconds and share it with another single mom who could use a little hope and encouragement today? It might be exactly what she needs. And please leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It helps more women find the show. It truly lights me up to know this podcast is helping you grow closer to Jesus. All right, girl. I'll meet you back here next week for another episode. Until then, bye.